I have betrayed those I loved and those who loved me. I have murdered innocents. There, in the bare English tongue all those with eyes can read. Too many know their English now. I look upon my words, and I am afraid. Though I have had my 60 years and 10, I should fear nothing. It is true my hand shakes, yet my heart trips in my chest, and I am light. I am all light. Perhaps I will consign these precious sheets to the fire. No one will disturb me now, I've earned that much. These hands that hold the quill are just bones and paper skin, so like vellum themselves as they whisper against each other. Brother Talbot once said they were a workman's fists, all scarred and thick. Well, time served him well, didn't it, with his delicate scribe fingers? I have trod down the soil over his dead face with my bare heels, and only the moon as witness. I have worked my whole life. From 6 years old, when I first piled bricks for workmen on my father's land in exchange for crusts of bread and a draught of cider. I have prayed, and I have dropped my sweat onto the forge. I have made swords, and I have used them. I have made a cask or two of wine in my time, taking grapes from different vines. I've pissed in a bottle once or twice as well when I didn't like a man, and I've watched him smack his lips and tell me it was so smooth and extraordinarily fine that I was half tempted to try my own vintage. I have loved a woman, and she ruined me. I have loved a king, and yet I ruined him. And all I have gained in return for my lifetime of labour is fame and power and servants and an abbey. Still the creatures brush at me, the words crowd my lips. I will set my tale on calfskin, with ink and feather, seated on English oak, dressed in black wool and smooth flax linen. I am a man of this world and the next, but you will not see deception in me. All my deceptions are behind. I believe I took my first breath in the year of our Lord 920. My parents were mismatched and somewhat more concerned with their own safety than with registering my birth. They fled from the older sons of my father, so my mother cooed to me later, the daft old hen. 4 of them opposed the match and threatened to spill the old man's blood. I was born when King Edward the Elder was still on the throne, son to Alfred the Great and father to King Athelstan. Those 3 men took our small kingdom of Wessex on the south coast, and by war and wit and cunning they made it into England. That is what matters. Edward the Elder ruled as I grew, and I thought then that he would always be there like a great oak in the forest. Well, I was wrong about that. His sons and grandsons would mean more to me. Of all the estates of man in the world, the best is to be born the fine, shrieking son of a king. I have seen mighty lords fall to their knees at the sight of a babe, all for a crown painted on its crib. Yet there are more men than thrones, and it does not come to many. If you can't be born a king, be made a king, though that has thorns. When violent men secure your crown, they keep a knife at your throat ever after. Last, and not the least of these, is this. If you can't be born a king or made a king, you might still anoint one. In some ways, the third path holds sway over all. I chose the church. I could be glib and say it came about because my father made a poor match, denying his future children the halls of power for the sake of youth and a saucy laugh. But a man can run mad winding his life back, and it's always more tangled than a single thread. There is never one.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.